The first gulp from the glass of natural sciences will turn you into an atheist, but at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting for you. This famous quote is from Werner Heisenberg, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist, one of the founders of quantum physics, and one of the most influential physicists in history. Surely, you have experienced being in gatherings where the debate about the existence or non-existence of God unfolds. Discussions that can sometimes become controversial and, at times, have fundamental impacts on our worldview. Perhaps one of the aspirations of every human is to understand the ultimate truth behind the creation of the world and ourselves as human beings. What truths and strong reasons exist that we can use to reach a general conclusion? Is it true to think that believing in the existence of God is in contradiction with modern science and knowledge? A statement we have heard many times in various gatherings, claiming that believers in God have had no scientific discoveries. Is such a claim true? Do atheist scientists reach better scientific discoveries than believers in God? In this video, we carefully examine whether religion is in contradiction with science. We delve into the depths of everything on the Hidden Secrets channel, extracting questions that most of us ask ourselves in moments of solitude and perhaps have no answers for. We have embarked on a journey to find answers to our questions. If you also want to be informed on this journey, subscribe to the Hidden Secrets channel and hit the bell icon. One of the simple arguments that is always put forward to prove the existence of God is the law of causation, also known as the cause and effect. A law extracted from nature and confirmed in its classical form by thousands of years of scientific observations until this century. This law generally claims that every phenomenon in the world requires a cause and reason. By extending this law, one can conclude that if everything in the world exists for a reason, then what is the cause and reason for the world itself? Philosophers, mystics, and religions introduce this cause as the Creator or God. A cause that operates independently of time, space, conditions, and all of creation and has no need for another creator. But can this argument alone advance discussions about proving the existence of God? Unfortunately, the answer is no. The story is not as simple as that. In the 20th century, quantum particle physics, or quantum mechanics, came to the strange conclusion that in the space of atoms and particles smaller than atoms, sometimes events happen without a specific cause, or even similar events occur simultaneously in different places. At the beginning of this discovery, many physicists looked puzzled and bewildered at the issue, until some of them, by questioning the law of causation, concluded that even a creator and God are not necessarily required for the world to exist. It was in this historical moment that Albert Einstein, observing these dilemmas, while being one of the founders of quantum mechanics, generally questioned quantum mechanics and stated that God does not play dice and does not act by chance. Therefore, our understanding of quantum, which is problematic. It was in this context that Max Planck, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist and contemporary of Schrödinger, Einstein, and Rutherford, made a thought-provoking statement that caught the attention of the scientific community of that time. Between science and religion, there will never be a real contradiction. They are complementary. Every serious and thoughtful person understands that if all human forces are to work in balance and harmony with each other, they must acknowledge the religious element in their nature and strive to nurture it. And certainly, it is not a coincidence that the greatest thinkers of all ages did not pretend and were deeply religious. Max Planck. But where does the flow of the law of causation lead? Did Planck provide a theoretical view on causality? Max Planck, based on his knowledge in physics and especially in quantum mechanics, not only did not reject the law of causation, but he considers it provable and says, "The quantum hypothesis has recently created perplexities, and no one can say what effect this hypothesis will have on the formulation of the law of causation. Changes are felt, but like most physicists, I believe that in the end, quantum mechanics will show equations that represent the law of causation more accurately and correctly." With all this said, quantum physics has not found a definite solution to explain the new law of causation. But no intelligent and wise physicist easily rejects it, and no physicist gives a definitive opinion on this matter. It might sound funny, but many people who claim to be atheists and use science as their strong evidence for these claims do not know that physicists like Max Planck, Albert Einstein, and Werner Heisenberg, who were the founders of quantum mechanics, never explicitly rejected God and believed that we need a better and more logical explanation to solve this puzzle. Planck, in another place, said about the insufficiency of science alone, "Science cannot solve the ultimate mystery of nature because we ourselves are part of nature and, therefore, part of the mystery that we are trying to solve." With all these things said, shouldn't we go beyond modern science to solve the mystery of the universe and obtain the truth? In this video, we talked about the conflict between science and religion, about discussions that we often encounter in debates with atheists. We have seen the opinions of prominent scientific figures about religion and science. Can science find answers to all our questions about the nature of the world and truth? Don't we need to believe in a force outside of this world and this simulated environment and get help from it to solve the great mystery of the world? Do you believe in religion or science? Can you choose one of them alone? Write your opinion for us in the comments.